got married in the backyard. I put new strings in my old guitar. The E was flat, the A it stayed sharp. I had no idea at all how happy it would make small, and how drunk you and I'd get before dark.
Hi guys, how are you? And welcome to today's video. I am alone with Sawyer in the house right now. I realized in the last video that I never really gave you like a real tour as to like how we have organized things, how we're currently living, how we're doing the whole like sleeping situation. So I figured today's video by doing that for you. But I just finished my hair and doing my makeup, and I trimmed a little bit of my hair. I've actually been, funny story, I've been enjoying myself trimming my hair, like the haircut that I give myself, far better than any haircut I have ever gotten at a salon. Shocking. So I don't do anything crazy. I've just been trimming like the dead ends. You guys know that I had that like issue where like my hair broke off extremely and it was like really unhealthy and really drying for some reason. It was really weird. I've been slowly trimming it, doing some nice little trims here or there, and I basically evened it up because you guys remember my hair was like super slanted. It's still a little questionable, but I don't want to chop too much. So this side is longer than this side, and I'm just slowly bringing this side to like match. I just gave myself a little bit of an angle here because there's such an extreme angle on this side from the hair like dying and breaking. So just slowly getting my hair to match on either side. Let me show you the house. Sawyer's currently napping, and I'll show you how he is napping. This is garbage that's going out to the garbage. So we have a fridge here. I got some magnets made from Pinhole Press before we left, so that we'd have magnets of our family on our fridge so that the kids felt more like home. So I have those, and then what we did in these drawers is we made this our snack drawer. Here's our fridge. These are all the things that we purchased. So we drink a lot of like Gatorade. We got some ketchup, some pasta sauce, some pickles for burger bowls, some of the fruit squeezes for them. I have some club soda. Up here we just have the pots and pans that like are supplied by the Airbnb. We have like their bowls up here, which are technically supposed to be down here. I put like all of the kids stuff like down here, and then there's more snacks in this little pantry right here. Then I have this basket, and I just put random things like bananas and like our sweet potatoes, garlic, stuff like that. This is the drying rack that is with the Airbnb. I ended up bringing this one because I knew I wanted all clean stuff for the baby's bottles, along with like our brush and the soap. This is our little bag of spices that we have. It's just like little plastic bags inside a bigger bag, and the reason we have this is because we are going to need to cook on the road. We don't know what spices each Airbnb will have, so we wanted to make sure that we would have the spices we need to create the foods that we want. So we did bring majority of our spice drawer with us. It's just we put them in that little bag to save space. And then this is probably the weirdest thing that we decided on doing, but we have Cooper and Willa's cots over here. It's technically in the kitchen, but this place is a studio apartment, so it's kind of difficult for us to all be in one room for a month. So we decided that we would give Cooper and Willa their own space, kind of like a bedroom. I'm sure you're thinking to yourself, like, why don't we just all share that room? But Cooper and Willa do way better when they have their own space. If you think about it, for their whole lives they have had their own space. We've always had at least a second bedroom for them to have as their own, and the first night was just like not enjoyable, especially since Dan and I do work, and we do work at nighttime when the kids are asleep. So that's very important for us to still have that time to be able to sit down, me to be able to edit videos, me to be able to edit any photos I've taken for brands and things along that nature. And Dan is really working hard on starting up his own little business. I mean, things like that, they take a lot of hard work and focus, and we really are fortunate to be able to split up our time that way, where we are with our kids during the day and working in the evenings. But that means that it is important for everyone to get quality sleep. So we have them hanging out in here. They actually love it. It's really funny. They have like their own little corner, they call it. And then they have everything that they have from their room. So like they have their books, they have their little like night light. We have like this little night light here. I have a camera set up right here that's just facing them just in case, just because they are in the kitchen, and although they can't reach anything and they're too old, like they're old enough to know not to like go near anything here, we still want to be able to see into this room without bothering them. And then the bathroom's right here, so we do come in here like throughout the night and like I check on them and whatnot. Being on the road, you do have to sacrifice some things, you know. My kids are getting a once-in-a-lifetime experience. They have been having the time of their lives, but they're going to be sleeping in technically the kitchen for a little while we're here. This is by far the smallest Airbnb that we were in, so we kind of figured like this was going to be just a little part of our story, and that's that. So they will be fine. Next month they have their own room, and everything will be fine. They'll have their own room from here on out pretty much. Just like having an RV kind of, in a way, where, you know, if we were all in an RV, none of us would have our own room. It would kind of just be like more of an open space with like little cots in it. So this is kind of the same situation. In this room is where we sleep, and then we have a chair over here. We have Dan's bin right here with his clothes in it. My bin is over here with my clothes in it. We have our laundry that I have to do. I have a little play area for Sawyer, which he loves sitting in here. So I don't use this pillow anymore because I love my Sutera pillow, and it's been doing an incredible job of getting me good sleep. But we decided we were just gonna plop it here so that Sawyer doesn't hit his head or get hurt on like the wall or anything like that. We have to be quiet, but I put Sawyer here and it's perfect. So Sawyer has his pack and play, and then he also has the slumber pod over it. The slumber pod has like all ventilation all over it, and then there's also a fan as well to promote circulation. So like this thing is incredible, and I personally, while everyone's different and people might have an opinion on whether it's safe or not, I am not going to give you my opinion. I'm simply going to say that I choose to use it, and that is it. Like, you need to do your own research and you need to figure out what's best for your family. I personally, it has been very, very helpful having, because right now Sawyer is sleeping in there and it's dark and it's like he has his own room, but he doesn't actually have his own room. And then here are Cooper, Willa, and Sawyer's drawers, and has all of our clothes in them. While this bathtub is really silly and funny and like cool and cute, it is really not that great for, one, short people like myself, and two, infants. So we got this at Bye Bye Baby the other day. It was $8, and I just sit this in the sink, and then he sits on top of it, and then we have some water going, and then I just bathe him that way. So easy solution. But things have definitely been different, but a good different. I mean, home is where my family is, and that's what we want to teach our children. And I think Cooper and Willa have gotten into the understanding and excitement that like we switch a month to month to month in our homes, and they're loving it. Cooper loves it here. He always says, like, if we're out, he's like, I want to go back home, I want to go back to our house with the horses. So I think we have a little like horse lover on our hands, which makes me excited because I rode horses my whole life and I want to have a horse. So
long day for